before I'm talking about obviously the Georgia, especially the Georgia election, where Karen Handel won despite them throwing $30 million into this kind of pajama boy, Ossoff guy that they thought was going to go. And you know why they thought they were going to win? They thought they were going to win because this district is a highly intelligent district. And of course, one thing the Democrats know is that highly intelligent people are Democrats and conservatives and Republicans are stupid. That is what they know. They know this for a fact. That's why they thought they could pile $30 million into this place and take it, because they were smart people. They weren't going to vote for somebody who might vote with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump just barely won there. And they thought, well, they're smart people, so we'll go in there, and they lost. Charles Krauthammer, before the election took place, had a prediction. He made a prediction. Let's play. I love Charles Krauthammer, and I love his name. He sounds like a Viking chieftain, Charles Hammer of the Krauts. But here was his prediction before the election.
If the Democrat wins, the headlines are going to be, in referendum on Trump, Democrats win. I can guarantee you. If he loses, the headlines will be, in a race that doesn't mean anything, in a special election with special circumstances would turn out problematic, etc. They'll say that, of course, the Republicans won the seat with Tom Price by 23 points last time, so what do you expect? So this is how it's going to be played. Everybody's waiting. If there's a stumble by the Republicans, it'll be hyped from here to Sunday. But I really think these special elections are very special. Where else are you going to pour in $25 million into a House race? It's rather insane.
All right. So in other words, if the Democrat won, it was going to be a presage of the 2018 tsunami for the Democrats. If the Republicans won, it wasn't going to mean anything. It wasn't quite true. It wasn't quite true. The way these things work is they don't work immediately. You know, what happens is they just stop talking about the election a lot faster. I mean, it's kind of like the shooting of Steve Scalise at the ball field. And thank God, the guy's getting better, which was really, he looked like he was in trouble there. Obviously a tough guy, fought his way through, seems to be on the mend, which is great to hear. But you know, this long after Gabby Giffords, the Democrat congresswoman, was shot in Arizona, this was still the top headline on CNN. Now Scalise has been relegated to nowhere because he was shot by a Bernie bro. So, you know, it's not as big a story. And the same thing is happening with this. The election was going to be important for a couple of days, but there are some voices on the left that are beginning to get it. It's like little notes, you know. It's like the way scientific revolutions take place. Little anomalies first appear, and then suddenly you realize, oh, the whole theory is wrong, and the whole thing. These are the little voices that are coming up. So now we have Representative Tim Ryan of Ohio has been going around saying, you know, our brand, the Democrat brand, is more toxic than Donald Trump, because they keep talking about these approval ratings. You know, let me just stop for a minute about these approval ratings. One of the things about this Karen Handel Georgia election is the polls kept telling everybody that she was going to lose. And they kept touting these because they hoped that they would, swing the election. They hoped that it'd have an effect on the election. But the thing about these polls is that they've been wrong a lot, and they've always been wrong on the same side. They have not once have they overestimated the Republican victory, not once. And that has got to tell you something, okay? It has got to tell you something. You know, there is no science for predicting the future. This is the thing about climate change science. There's not even science for predicting the future of a machine, which you should be able to predict. The way predictions work, the way engineers make predictions, is you feed information in, and as you get closer and closer to the event that you're predicting, your prediction gets better and better. That's the way weather reports work. 2 minutes before the rainstorm starts, you have a better chance of predicting the rainstorm than you do 10 days out when your prediction is probably going to be off, you know. So it's more information as you get closer and closer. And that is why it was so hilarious on the night of the Trump-Hillary election to watch the predictions of the New York Times as the lines crossed. They started out that Hillary had a 95% chance of winning, and then just before Trump won, it was Trump who had the 95% chance. So the lines crossed. That is is the way real predictions work, and that is why you don't have to take climate change predictions very seriously at all. Okay, we're saying goodbye to Facebook and YouTube, but come on over to the Daily Wire to hear the rest. And if you want to watch the rest on the Daily Wire, you can see the whole thing if you subscribe. And if you're going to subscribe, do it now, because the rates go up July 1st. But if you subscribe now, your rates will stay the same. Or if you're already subscribed, your rates will stay the same. So come on over.